Have you ever wondered what U.S. cities might look like in the next decade due to rising sea levels? Climate change, with its escalating temperatures, is leading to a rapid melting of polar ice. The consequential sea level rise is a constant threat to U.S. coastal cities, bringing with it the risk of permanent submersion or inundation. This just about high tides. It's a relentless menace that jeopardizes our drinking water, leads to erosion, disrupts wildlife habitats, and amplifies storm damage. Particularly susceptible are cities in states like Florida and California, but the risk isn't confined to them. Impacts on the economy, health, and lifestyle are profound. It's a complex issue that demands urgent attention. The shifts in weather patterns could drastically alter these cities in the next decade. And the stark reality is that numerous U.S. cities, notably in Florida and California, are staring at possible grave destruction. The question we need to ask ourselves is, are we ready to confront this reality? Imagine Miami, a vibrant city known for its stunning beaches and bustling nightlife, submerged in water. A harrowing thought, right? Florida's extensive coastline is at high risk due to rising sea levels. The Sunshine State is facing a future where its iconic cities might be partly or entirely underwater. Research indicates the sea level around Florida is rising at an alarming rate. If this trend continues, a significant portion of Florida's coastline could be underwater soon. This sea level rise will have profound impacts. It's not only about losing land. The infrastructure, roads, bridges, and buildings are also at risk. Florida's economy, majorly reliant on tourism and agriculture, will be severely affected. Beach resorts could become submerged landscapes, and the economic impact could be catastrophic. Population displacement is another grim reality that Florida might face. Millions could find their homes underwater, forcing them to relocate and start afresh. This displacement can lead to various social and economic issues, but there are efforts to mitigate these effects, including infrastructure improvements and coastal restoration projects. However, these are just temporary solutions for a wound needing a comprehensive solution. The threat to Florida is real and imminent, but it isn't the only state at risk. The rising sea levels are a global concern, and numerous other parts of the United States are also at risk. As we progress, understanding the scale of this issue and its causes is vital. California, home to the iconic Golden Gate Bridge in Hollywood, also faces a watery future. The Golden State, confronting an immediate threat of sea level rise, could see its landscape drastically altered in the coming decade. Researchers predict California's sea levels to swell by 1 foot by 2030, a development that could severely impact its infrastructure, economy, and populace. The coastal cities of San Francisco and Los Angeles are especially at risk. These pillars of culture and economy encounter an existential crisis, with rising seas potentially submerging entire neighborhoods. The economic implications are monumental. California's economy, fifth largest in the world, largely relies on these coastal cities. Sea levels could disrupt a multitude of industries, leading to colossal economic losses. But the repercussions are not solely economic. Rising waters may also lead to significant population displacement. Picture Venice Beach or the San Francisco Bay Area, heavily regions, becoming uninhabitable. Such possibilities are and could instigate a mass exodus away from the coast. The situation worsens considering California's infrastructure was not designed for sea level rise. Key infrastructure be endangered, requiring substantial investment in adaptation and resilience. The evidence and forecasts paint a grim image. California, with its renowned landmarks and bustling cities, is on the precipice. The potential loss of these cultural and economic hubs is a wake-up call. Florida and California are not alone. Other cities across the U.S. are also at risk. The threat of rising sea levels is a national issue that requires our urgent attention. From coast to coast, cities are confronting the imminent danger of being submerged. Consider New York City, whose iconic skyline could be drastically transformed in the coming years. The city's low-lying coastal regions are especially susceptible to flooding. Similarly, Boston's historic neighborhoods and cultural sites are predicted to face significant inundation. Turning to the Gulf Coast, New Orleans is another city under threat due to its unique geographic location and existing issues with subsidence. Furthermore, Houston, already affected by devastating flooding, could endure more of the same. Moving farther inland, even cities not directly on the coast are at risk. Changing weather patterns could lead to more frequent and severe flooding in cities along major rivers, such as St. Louis and Cincinnati. The potential impacts of these changes are extensive. Millions of people could be displaced, resulting in massive population shifts, our economy would also suffer, with sectors like tourism and real estate facing the most significant impact. The cost of these changes is not just monetary. The cultural loss would be immeasurable. But the real question is, what can we do about it? The future may look grim, but we have the power to change the course. The task at hand demands collective action, a shared duty upon individuals, communities, and governments. We are players in this act, and the time to perform now. Let's highlight individuals initially. Our day-to-day choices are pivotal. We can opt to reduce, reuse, and recycle. We can lend our support to firms that put sustainability first. Simple changes, when made by many, can result in significant impacts. Communities have a vital role too. Schools, religious institutions, local associations, they can all encourage environmental consciousness. They can arrange neighborhood cleanups, plant trees, and urge for environment protective policies. They can champion renewable energy initiatives, promote eco-friendly transportation, and aid in creating green spaces. Moving on to governments, they wield the power to implement laws that regulate emissions, promote clean energy, and safeguard vulnerable communities. They can invest in climate-resilient infrastructure. They can provide incentives for businesses to go green and ensure new projects are eco-friendly. They can set the pace in international climate agreements, pledging to ambitious goals. Technology also has a notable role. Green tech, such as electric cars, solar panels, and wind turbines, are instrumental in shrinking our carbon footprint. Emerging tech like carbon capture and storage promise even greater impact. By investing in these technologies, we can hasten our shift to a carbon-neutral future. The battle against climate change is not a sprint, but a marathon. It demands determination, dedication, and readiness to adapt. It's about understanding that our actions today will dictate the world we inhabit tomorrow. Each of us has a part in this global endeavor. Remember, the fight against climate change begins with you.